I'm doing an accent tag. If I can get through it, I've been interrupted about 4 times, always when I get to the end of this thing. But yeah, I'm from Southern Illinois, but a lot of people ask me where I'm from. Usually the guess is Kentucky, but no, I'm from Southern Illinois. It's just a list of words and then some questions and a little bit of reading from a book. And that's where I always keep getting interrupted at, is when I start to read. Okay, the words are aunt, as in this is my uncle's wife, my Aunt Mary or Kay or whatever. Roof, on top of a house. Route or route. That one's a weird one. I grew up on a rural route, so my address was rural route, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to tell you my address. But sometimes we'll use route instead. Like, you want to take this route over here, or Route 40 or whatever, but route or route. Theater, iron, like you iron clothes with. Salmon, caramel, caramel. A lot of people say caramel, but I say caramel. I've always said caramel. Far, which you build and then roast marshmallows on. I know it's a fire, but we've always said far, like F-A-R instead of F-I-R-E. It's a far. Water, not, a lot of people say water around here, but we don't, I don't say water. Water, W-A-D-E-R. New Orleans, not New Orleans or Nolans, but New Orleans is how we say it. Pecan instead of pecan, but pecan, like a pecan pie. Both, again, probably Alabama. Lawyer, like you get a lawyer when you go to court. Coupon, or if I'm being silly, coupon. Mayonnaise. That's another weird one. I usually just say mayo. Mayonnaise, mayo. Pajamas, caught, like you caught a fish. Naturally, aluminum, Cracker Jack, doorknob, and envelope. What is it called when you throw toilet paper on a house? Teepeeing, or toilet papering. Usually I call it toilet paper. I'm like, oh, they toilet papered that guy's house. Toilet papering, or teepeeing. I just always say toilet papering. What is a bubbly carbonated drink called? It's soda, but I remember as a kid we called it pop. I think because my grandpa called it pop. What are gym shoes called? They're tennis shoes. Sneakers are for like Converse or Kicks. Yeah, tennis shoes. Like if you're gonna play basketball, you're gonna put your tennis shoes on. What do you call your grandparents? I always call them Mama and Papa. My nephews call my dad Boppy, and they call my mom Mom, and the littlest one calls her Gamby, which is really, really cute. What do you call the wheeled contraption in which you carry groceries at the supermarket? It's a cart. Not a buggy, it's a cart. What's the thing you change the TV channel with? It's a remote. You also play video games with a remote. Do you think you have an accent? Yes, I do. I think I have an accent. When I think about it, it gets a little bit thicker. I hope I've kept it under control doing this thing, though. But the next part is to read a passage from a book, and I've chosen The Gunslinger, book 1 in Stephen King's Dark Tower series. I love these books. The first 7 I've read 3 or 4 times, and they just came out with Went Through the Keyhole last year before last, and I've only read it once. But I really, really love these books, and they're Western adventure. It's kind of like Stephen King's Lord of the Rings. It goes all over the place. Romance, everything. It's got everything in it. Okie dokie. The man in black fled across the desert, and the gunslinger followed. The desert was the apotheosis of all. Let's start over again. The man in black fled across the desert, and the gunslinger followed. The desert was the apotheosis of all deserts, huge, standing to the sky for what might have been parsecs in all directions. White, blinding, waterless, without feature save for the faint, cloudy haze of the mountains which sketched themselves on the horizon, and the devil grass which brought sweet dreams, nightmares, and death. An occasional tombstone sign pointed the way, for the once drifted track that cut its way through the thick crust of alkali had been a highway, and coaches had followed it. That's it. But, yeah, I think I got an accent. I don't like it when people make fun of my accent. My husband will on occasion, and that usually means he's going to get hurt if he does. But, no, not really. Yeah. If you liked it, comment, enjoy,